our partners. Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go, Brandon. Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just watch and...
Let's go, Brandon. What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, December 3rd, 2024. I can't laugh. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 873,128. Another 1,000 blocks, guys. TikTok, next block. As you can see, we got the Let's Go Brandon gear on today. And that is one of the main subjects of this. And if you guys don't understand the story behind that, let's just say a guy named Brandon won a race car race. A race car race. He's a race car driver. And let's just say the people in the stands were not saying, let's go Brandon. They were saying something else. And if you don't believe me, rewind to the beginning of this video. And the lady, of course, the mainstream media and the propagandists lied and said they were saying, let's go Brandon. And that's the subject of this video today. These people are such freaking propagandists, liars, and cowards. Let's talk about this. And I have to be very, and I mean very careful on how I say this. I'm going to talk about our favorite guy, the guy that's supposed to be the president, the commander-in-sleep, I call him, who, pardoned his son. Now, again, I have to be very careful how I say this because, again, free speech isn't free, and I want to keep my channel. So I'm going to be very careful because I'm getting... I have to go through a lot of classes on my channel because of the things I say. But I'm going to try to tie this into Bitcoin as well. Please be patient with me while I do that. So let's talk about the hypocrisy. Now, obviously, if you haven't been living under a rock, Joe Biden pardoned his son Hunter Biden, all the way, a clean slate all the way back until 2014, all the way up until, I believe it was yesterday, or up to 2025 or something like that, like 10 and a half, 11 years or something like that. Ask yourself this, why did they pardon him all the way back to 2014? Why? Now, if you listen to the pundits, like this lying lady saying that the crowd was saying, let's go Brandon, which we all know what the crowd was really saying. These people are liars, okay? They're just absolute liars and propagandists, man. And if you hear them, what are they saying? Oh, well, it's good. It's a good thing that he pardoned his son. It's his son, and the spin is this. These are the two spins. But Trump, because Trump is bad, and Trump is a existential evil that will do something bad to Biden's son if he's in office, and he still has these charges up against him. And now it's, oh well, Joe Biden has lost a couple of kids, and I feel bad for him now. And let me say this before I start. I'm not mad that Joe Biden did this, by the way, because if I was in this position and I could pardon my son, I'd do the same thing. Let me be clear on that, right? But Joe Biden was in a lose-lose situation. Here's why. Because I believe Donald Trump would have pardoned Hunter Biden. I believe he would have, because it would have been good for him. He would have pardoned a bunch of January 6 people and a bunch of people that the left didn't like. Plus, he would have, at the same time, he would have pardoned Hunter Biden. And what are they going to say? They're going to cry about one thing and be okay with the other. But Joe Biden was in a lose-lose situation, because either way, if he didn't pardon his son, Trump was going to do it. And if he did pardon his son, he lied about it for months and like over a year, whatever he did. He told everybody he wasn't going to do it. The press secretary said he wouldn't do it. The press secretary, when she gets back from Africa, if she's not back already, they had a trip out there, she should resign immediately. Immediately, because she lied to us every single day. She is the mouthpiece of the White House, and every single day, not every single day, but a lot of times, at least 6 times or more, she went up there and said, oh no, Joe Biden's not going to pardon his son. What are you talking about? Like, insulted, you would even ask that question, and look what happened. And then when it did happen, when he did pardon him, guess what she said? Oh, he wasn't lying about it. She tried to spin it and say he wasn't lying. This is why the mainstream media is dying, people. And the main thing they talk about, and the reason why they did it, that Joe Biden did it, is because of Trump. Trump is Hitler, guys. Let them tell it. And if you got Hitler in there, and them, because he nominated Pash Patel as the FBI director. like, oh, well, he has to do it now. And I think Joe Biden's doing this on purpose, man, because Joe Biden did it during the news cycle on a Sunday, because he could have did it on a Thursday or Wednesday, and then buried it in between Thanksgiving. But he did it on a Sunday when all the news was coming out, and all these pundits that were saying that Joe Biden is, quote unquote, morally higher on a higher ground and respects the law and order more than Trump, and he respects democracy, because this is what they were hanging over everybody's head, and Trump's head too, when Trump was basically saying all this stuff was political nonsense, what they were doing to Trump. But then they were saying the same thing. Oh, well, this is a witch hunt against Hunter Biden. This is what the left was saying. But then as soon as it comes to Trump, oh no, all this stuff is legit. But then they're turning around at the same time saying, well, Trump is saying all this, but the difference between Trump and Biden is Biden won't pardon his son. He won't pardon his son. And now these same people that were saying this for over a year, now they're backtracking and say, oh, well, the reason why he did it was because of Trump. But Trump, because of Trump, this and that. I told you guys that the Trump derangement syndrome is going to go crazy. You know what this reminds me of? Fellas, you understand this. Let's just say you liked the girl, right? You really liked her and stuff like that. And you kept telling the girl, this is the media, right? You're the media, and the girl that you like is oh, let me think about that. The girl you like is, okay, I'll get to it. So let's just say you like a girl, right? And Trump is the guy that you're talking bad about, right? And the girl you like is Biden or whatever, or the Democrats or whatever. And you keep telling this girl, hey, don't look at that guy. He's a bad guy. Forget about him. He's a criminal. He's a this, he's that. Don't pay attention. And you constantly talk about this guy, how bad he is to this girl. What do you think the girl is going to do after a while? She's going to say, well, shit, I want to see what's up with this dude, right? And that's exactly what people are doing. The voters, so I guess the voters are the girl. The voters are going to look at Trump now and say, well, what's really going on? And when they look at all the clips of him being a racist and this, that, and the third, and they look and say, wait, he's not really a racist. They lied. You lied about this guy, quote unquote, being bad. He's actually a good guy. Well, let me hang out with him. That's exactly what happened in the election. That's exactly why we won in the landslide, people. That's why. Because these people are hypocrites, man. Absolute hypocrites. And I'm looking at this stuff going, you have got to be, you got to be an NPC or a bot to fall for this stuff, man. My God, these people, man. And the hypocrisy. But Trump, I've never seen someone use someone else's name when he has nothing to do with this. Trump had nothing to do with Joe Biden, flat out lying to the American people, right? Flat out lying to the American people about not pardoning his son. And then the same people that said he wouldn't do it and use it as a badge of honor. Because again, the Democrats pretend to be morally high on a higher ground than Donald Trump. Well, if that's the case, then when he does do something immoral, why are you comparing him to Trump again? He did something worse than Trump. So now what's going to happen now when Trump gets in office? Trump can pardon anybody he wants now, and the left can't say anything about it with a straight face. They're still going to complain and bitch, of course. But these people are hypocrites. Democrats equal hypocrites. Also, when you hear the word Democrat, again, it's not anything about democracy. They don't give two you-know-whats about democracy. Boy, Trump, YouTube's going to love this video. They don't give a damn about democracy, okay? Democracy equals Democrat, power, and control, period, end of story. Democrat equals hypocrisy. These people are evil, man. They're evil. Now, how do I tie this into Bitcoin? Not sure. But no, what I think is going to happen is obviously there's going to be a global... but before I start, guys, remember I told you I didn't watch the news. Michael Saylor bought more Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, 15,000 something Bitcoin. Now they're over 400 something thousand. I'm going to make a video about this, but they're on their way. Of course, they got to get to 500,000 first, but they're on their way to 1 million. Why do you think they're buying so much right now? This quick. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about that later. But my good, you guys got to tell me that in the comment section. I told you guys, fill me in. But anyways, what is this going to mean for Bitcoin? There's going to be global adoption, obviously, when we do either the stockpile, they call it, the American stockpile of Bitcoin, or the strategic Bitcoin reserve. If this bill gets passed by Cynthia Lummis. But either way, there's going to be a big demand for it. But because Trump signed his name to it, and again, the Trump derangement syndrome in his country is crazy. And I made a video about this a few months back. is that the people with TDS are not going to buy Bitcoin. They don't want to have anything to do with it. And they're going to be trashing Bitcoin. So the adoption inside of America, honestly, is going to be between 50 to 70% of the country. 50% Republicans or America First. And then the other 20%, meaning 70%, are moderate Democrats and all this. But the other 30% that won't are be with the Trump derangement syndrome. Again, people with Trump derangement syndrome. Again, 3 out of 10 people suffer from Trump derangement syndrome. I don't think anybody with Trump derangement syndrome is going to buy Bitcoin. I really don't. These people are absolutely insane. I'm watching these pundits and these lefties, and all they're talking about is Trump, when Biden was the one that flat out lied to everybody. It's insidious what these people do, man. It's crazy. So, oh my God. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. And again, you can be whatever you want. This is not about Democrats and Republicans. I told you that. There's 4 parties in this country. You got the establishment Republicans, establishment Democrats, and you got the freaking lunatics from the far left, mostly with Trump derangement syndrome and the wokies. And then you got us that are America First, quote unquote, far right, love God, love their family, and love common sense. And if you're on that side, there's only one way you understand and know, because you're not a bot or an NPC, and you understand and know there's only one way to pay off our debt and stop inflation. And I'm pretty sure, if I had to guess, you guys already know what it is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.